Hello everyone. I'm going to do a little experiment here. I think I finally got this recipe down. It took me a very long time and purchased a lot of paint, a lot of everything. It's just crazy. This is called the SheleeArt bloom effect, and it kind of gives you like spider veins, a webbing, a lacing, and I think I finally got it. So I'm going to show you how I achieved that a little bit. I already have my paints mixed up, or most of them. I have my cell activator mixed up. I'm going to be doing on these two tiles, I'm going to put down a pillow paint, as they call it, a paint pillow. And I'm going to do one of them with this paint from Walmart called Color Place Ultra Interior Paint and Primer White Semi-Gloss. And that is a bit cheaper than this Valspar High Glossy Enamel Interior Exterior Paint and Primer. Okay, so my pillow paint will go down first. Then I'm going to put my colors that I already have mixed with my special recipe pouring medium. Not my special recipe, but finally got it worked out from everything I've been reading and learning on YouTube. And then after my colors, I will put a dot of cell activator on top and do a little bit of blowing. So I got all my paints mixed up. My pouring medium is 1 tablespoon of pouring medium to about 1 teaspoon of paint. I'm using all different types of brands. This one here, gosh, it's so little, I can't even read what brand it is, but it's Passionate Purple, and it's very, very thick, so I'm not going to quite use a teaspoon. And I will put in my teaspoon of paint to my tablespoon of pouring medium. This is very thick stuff. I can never pronounce it. Phthalo Blue is by Golden, and that is probably one of the best brands to use. Of course, everybody loves Amsterdam. I can't really find it here, so I did order that on Amazon. It was not Prime, so I have really no idea when that is coming. My other color I'm using is called Andrews Turquoise. I love turquoise. And the kind of a pinkish purple, slight magenta, I don't know, is called Cobalt Violet. That is also a thick one. So all of the paints, I'm using almost a teaspoon to a tablespoon of pouring medium, except the golden. Since that is thinner than these, I used a full teaspoon of that blue with a full tablespoon of pouring medium. The trick about getting your paints ready is you do need to do a lot of stirring and great consistency. You want it to be a little thicker than you would normally use on other techniques like the Dutch pour or the flip cup. So it is a bit thicker. It's leaving a nice big mound on top for at least probably when I drop it 1 to about a good 3 seconds. So there you have it. My paints are all mixed up, ready to go. And I will now get my paints. I am going to start with the Color Place from Walmart. And I'm going to, this is a 2-ounce cup. It's not quite full. And I am pouring most of all of it from the cup. So probably 1.5 ounces of pillow paint. And, oh, I don't know. Some people move it around a bit. Some don't. Let's do a little bit and move it around a little bit. Not really trying to make it fall off the edges, but okay, let's leave it there. I also wanted to mix up some gold. So let me do that. I'll grab my pouring medium that I made, about a tablespoon. And my gold is on the thinner side. Let me clean off this teaspoon so we don't mix the colors. I should get me a bunch of teaspoons from the dollar store so I don't have to keep doing this all the time. And I will get my gold elegant finish. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. Stuck. Okay, I'm going to pause you and take this lid off. Okay, lid is off. A teaspoon of gold into, maybe that's still good. A teaspoon of gold into my tablespoon of paint, into my tablespoon of pouring medium. Okay, and give that a good stir. My lid was stuck on there, but anytime you get a lid stuck on your paint, your Mod Podge, whatever, just run it under some warm water. Okay, these paintings, this bloom effect, does not have any silicone oil, and I am not using any water, and we are still going to get cells. I love cells. The good thing about not using silicone oil to get your cells is that you can make beautiful coasters and not have to worry about putting on the layer of either resin or a nice varnish, and your cups won't stick to it. If you're doing resin, the resin will go on nicely because it doesn't have the silicone oil. You can always clean up the best you can if you're using silicone oil before you varnish with a towel and alcohol. But your artwork does take about 4 weeks to cure before you should add any varnish to your art project. So trying to get maybe a set of coasters ready for Christmas, you need to do it right now. So you have time to let it cure and then put your resin or varnish on and have time for that to dry. Okay, got my gold mixed up. I'm going to start with a dab of gold, and hopefully you can see this and I'm not in the way of the camera. I'm going to put a decent circle. Oops, I dropped a little bit. Okay, and there's my gold little petal. Oh, I never know what colors to do next. I guess I'll do this passionate purple. It is a little thinking that goes into what colors you should put next to what colors, because certain colors next to each other tend to make other colors. like, you know, blue and yellow, that makes green. You don't want to get something that's going to end up turning into dirty mud. Okay, I got my gold. I think I will do my turquoise. I love the turquoise, or a teal color. I will put that in the center. I think for now I'm just going to do these 3 colors. And then my cell activator. This cell activator is what makes the cells happen. Always use a different stick for each color, for each product. Probably got a little bit too much cell activator there. You really don't need that much at all. Okay, now I am going to blow. I'm going to blow directly straight into the cell activator, and then I'm going to push out the paint like flower petals. Okay, now comes the boring part and the patient part. We're going to let this sit for probably anywhere from 1 to 2 minutes. This is letting the cells do its thing, having the paint draw back in, the different colors from the different layers come up from the bottom. And sometimes what I've noticed some people do is they get a turkey baster because a straw is a little bit too little. Here it is. Okay, here's my turkey baster. I'm just going to blow a little bit in the center of this white to kind of like break it up a little. Ever so slightly. Okay, I'm going to let that sit for a minute. While I'm letting that sit for a minute, I'm going to work on my second tile. I'm going to get another clean cup, not use the same one I used for the color place paint, and I'm going to get about 1.5 ounces of paint from the Valspar and see if we notice a difference. I think this Valspar tends to be a little more on the thinner side, milky side, and it looks like I'm not going to use quite all of it. I kind of put down enough pillow paint to kind of get near all the edges. Okay. So now that this has had a time to sit a little bit, a couple of minutes, now we're going to tilt. And we're going to tilt ever so slowly. This is where I lose my patience.